Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Melanie and today I am going to be talking about foundations and primers. Different foundations, different primers for different skin types, and also just a little bit about the skin itself. So I am a licensed esthetician. I recently graduated from school not too long ago, this year, in the beginning of the year, and I want to share some pointers with you. I was asked to do a video like this, which, I did plan in the near future to do, but I'm like, alright, sure, someone wants to know, and I'll just do it now. It's fine. So, when it comes to the skin, first you got to know what skin type you are. Like me, I'm combination skin. So, I am oily in my T-zone and I'm pretty much normal everywhere else. And I have breakouts here and there, usually on my time of the month, but just sometimes when I'm stressed or, just going through things, I break out. When you're a combination skin, basically means that you're oily on your T-zone. So your T-zone is your forehead, down the bridge of your nose area, the beginning of your cheek area, and sometimes down on your chin. Well, when I break out loosely on the bottom of my chin. As you can see right now, I'm broken out around my cheeks, and I have blackheads on my nose. Here or there, I break out my forehead, not really much as the rest of these areas. That's what it means to be combination skin. To be oily skin means that you produce a lot of oil. Your pores are large, they're very noticeable. You are acne prone most of the time. So a lot of people who have oily skin deal with acne, and they deal with blackheads as well. So being oily skin, it has its difficulties. My fiance has oily skin, so I know how to help him deal with it. I can see the frustration sometimes that he goes through, so I could only imagine, how it would feel like for another male or even a female who does makeup and stuff like that, how difficult it might be. But there's things that you could do in your skincare routine that will change that. Dry skin is where your pores are really tight that you could barely even see them, or you can't really see them at all. And your skin could be flaky as well. That's mainly the concern for dry skin. That just basically means your skin is dehydrated. Basically, our body itself needs water, like, to sustain. Like, you need hydration, period. Water is essential in everything in a human body, and it's the same for your skin. And a lot of problems, even with acne prone skin, is what you put in, what comes out. When you eat, even when you eat a lot of like bad stuff and everything, it comes out through your pores, your sweat, your sweat glands. So also nutrition has to do a lot with how your face looks, how your body looks, and that's probably for another video about nutrition and all that other good stuff. But that's just, things to think about. So that's what signs to look for dry skin. Sensitive skin is, a lot of redness, irritation for, really easy things that would cause a rash, rosacea, eczema, things like that. Or, sensitive skin where you have to be really careful of what you use because anything could cause a reaction. And you have to protect the skin more than you would. And normal skin, is normal. You have blemishes here and there, not really, but your pores, are not as big or not, super tight, and you're pretty lucky if you have normal skin. But of course, we all go through our hormonal stages, and our skin changes. How you take care of it, like I said, what your body is like, how your lifestyle is like, all comes out through your skin and through everything. So I might be looking down sometimes because I wrote some note on my iPad. And when I was looking at oily skin primers, so I personally don't use oily skin primers because, well, kind of. Sometimes. I'll explain that. But so some of these products that I'm going to say, I really don't know firsthand if they work. That's really up to you to try them and actually let me know so I could know if I'm giving right information to you guys. This is what I've done research on, and I also know the brand, so I'm just trusting what my research is. But personally, me, some of these things I haven't tried. So if you have oily skin or dry skin or sensitive skin and you try these products and they work out for you, great. Let me know that I helped you out. And if they don't, let me know too, because it's good to know pros and cons. Not everyone is going to work for. Everybody's skin is different. So not everybody who has oily skin and tries the same thing is going to work. You have to find what's right for you. That's why there's so many different brands, so many different ingredients and different things that, could help somebody. Something that might be good for me, being combination skin, might not be good for someone else who has combination skin. So it just all depends. So here we go. Oily skin primers. I actually have one. Is the Benefit Pore Professional, and if you see my videos, you see that I do use this around my T-zone area and around where I'm breaking out. So I do believe this is great for people who have oily skin. Stay Matte Primer by Rimmel. Oh, sorry. Also, Pore Professionals by Benefit. Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. A lot of people with oily skin like mattifying stuff just because their skin produces so much oil, so they don't want to look dewy. They don't want to, look oily because they're probably later on during the day gonna have to use some rice paper and blot their face off because their body is already producing that oil. So we have Stay Matte by Rimmel, and I also found Smashbox Photo Finish by Smashbox, sorry. And some of the foundations that I found that say that they're good for oily skin is KatVonD Lock-It. I've also heard that the KatVonD Lock-It is very drying, so I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of people like that foundation who have oily skin. Goes in hand with mattifying. They want to look very matte because their body produces oil throughout the day, so kind of balance it out. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. There's two L'Oreal Infallibles. There's Pro Matte and Pro Glow, and I also recommend the Pro Glow later on in the video for dry skin, as you'll hear me talk about it. I've personally tried the Pro Matte one and I really like it. Just be careful when it comes to color matching, because I found out that sometimes drugstore makeups, they oxidize and it makes you look orange. So you might just want to test it out. If not, always keep the receipt handy if you need to return it. But the Infallible Pro Matte was a good foundation that I like too. I didn't really keep on trying it. I found ones that were better for me, but hey, if I need it right away, I still have it. Too Faced Born This Way and Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. So Tarte, I love Tarte. I'm use a lot of their products. I recently did a video on their new stick foundation, and Tarte is a good brand by me. I never really tried Rainforest of the Sea, so I don't have anything to say for that. I haven't tried it, but give it a try. Let me know. It says it's one of the top for oily skin. So those are the oily skin primers and foundations that I did research about. For dry skin primers, I have Hangover by Too Faced, and for dry skin, you're going to want something very hydrating. Your skin wants, that water, so it's going to pretty much, absorb all that hydrating stuff inside of it because your skin is basically dehydrated. So Hangover by Too Faced, Photo Finish Hydration by Smashbox. And I also saw Marc Jacobs Coconut Face Primer. Coconut is very hydrating. Oh, excuse me. Coconut is very hydrating and very good for the skin. Pure coconut oil, I wouldn't recommend. It's good for your skin. It is good to remove makeup, like as a makeup remover, but I would never use it as a moisturizer, as it's comedogenic. So comedogenic just means that it'll clog your pores, and it'll make you break out and have your pores clogged. As in, you want to look for stuff that says non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic means that the ingredients in it won't clog your pores, and you're good to go. Also, I found e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. For the foundations for dry skin, I found L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. So this is more of like a dewy effect, nothing matte in it. Maybelline Fit Me. I never tried Maybelline Fit Me, but I know it's a liquid foundation, so I'm sure it would be good for dry skin because it's a liquid foundation. Nothing like really like clayey or creamy and thick. It's liquid. And I also, the Urban Decay Naked is also what I looked up for dry skin. For sensitive skin, I know Derma Blend is amazing for sensitive skin, especially when it comes to coverage and when it comes to being lightweight. Even though it's a lot of coverage, I have used Derma Blend before just to test it out. I've only used it once, but I know Derma Blend, I looked up information about it, and it helps when it comes to different skincare problems. So when it either lupus, eczema, rosacea, it helps battle those problems. And redness, a lot of redness, that's pretty much what a lot of people with sensitive skin suffer from, is redness, because their face is sensitive and it inflames and the blood rushes to their face, and that's red. For combination skin, which is me, and I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff that I use here that's on my makeup desk, and see if you could try it out. I use, as you know in my videos, the Farsali Unicorn Essence. These are an oil-based primer, and this is actually good for all skin types. That's something else that you need to look at, because some primers are good for all skin types, and anybody could use them: oily skin, dry, sensitive. I use, like I said, the Pore Professional. I think this is good for oily skin, but I also think it's good for any type of skin, because I see a lot of people that use it. So those are some two primers that I use. I also have the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. It's almost out, but I've also used it and I also love it. I use it like I use my Pore Professional on my T-zone area. Where I use it around my whole face is usually the Farsali Essence Drops, and that's what I seem to be loving so far. When it comes to foundations, I use a lot of like cream textures. I don't really use liquid, and I sometimes use powder depending. Probably like if I'm in a rush, like I use powder, like if I have to do my makeup in the car or something. But other than that, I use cream foundation. So my new favorite is the Tarte Clay Stick, and it is a stick foundation and it is cream. I also like to use a lot of BB creams. I don't really use a lot of foundations, but I also have here the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is also like a cream foundation. I like it. It all depends on the way my skin tone is, if I'm tan or if I'm like a little paler, because sometimes it could be a little bit too dark, and sometimes how that goes when you live in the sunshine state and it's sunny all the time. But I like to use a lot of BB creams and CC creams because I like really lightweight stuff, or like when I use medium to kind of full. I don't really use full coverage, but when I do, it's pretty much when I'm going out. Like a party or hanging out with friends, you know, having a couple drinks. Usually with everyday type of things, I wear BB creams and CC creams, really lightweight stuff, not, you know, heavy caked on if I'm just like going to work. I used to use the BB Flawless by Unique. Unique is an independent consultant company, and I used to previously do work with them. Not no more, but I have a lot of their products still from them, and I really liked the BB cream. That's when I first like started to get into makeup and explore like all the stuff. So, well, I dropped something. So, I still have some from that. I also have a CC cream from Shea Moisture. Right now, this is like the perfect skin color for me. But before it wasn't. I used to have to mix it with my Color Effects drops because it was too dark. But this is also like a creamy, liquidy, like texture. That's really all I use. And my powders and stuff, but that has nothing to do with foundation. But that's what I find good for combination skin. You, like I said, there's so many things that, you know, your skin could react from. You just have to keep trying and see what's right for you. And write it down, make a list or something of things that you tried, things that you haven't tried. You know, for different things like rose water, you know, I found is amazing for, you know, any type of skin. It's very calming. It has, you know, is very good for the skin in general. Things that you wash your face with, if you have oily skin to combination skin, foam cleansers are the best. I use Aveeno foam cleanser. You know, gel cleansers are good. There's one by Bliss that's really good as well for oily skin types. You don't want to do anything too heavy, like no milk cleansers. You don't want anything like really liquidy because it's just gonna put more oil on your face than you trying to take it out. When it comes to oily skin, doing like clay mask, charcoal mask, things like that that will help absorb the excess oil is also good. Even some oils are good for oily skin because sometimes you could fight it with other oils, different types of oils. Dry skin, you want to use like a cream based cleanser, you know, something that'll give you that extra hydration, that extra, you know, boost of water. Mainly everything, the first ingredient that you see is water, and that's very important. When it comes to moisturizers, you know, for oily skin, you don't want to use something too heavy, you know, and probably with dry skin, you do like a water-based moisturizer, something that's very, you know, hydrating, something with hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is ultra hydrating for the skin. I use hyaluronic acid, you know, different things like that that helps hydrate your skin. For dry skin, sensitive skin, you have to be careful because like I said, you know, anything could spark a reaction. You just have to play around with it and see, you know, how it is. I don't really have that much sensitive skin. I have redness, but that's just from breakouts and stuff like that. Sunscreen is a must for any skin type. I always recommend sunscreen before you put on your makeup because, you know, sun has a lot of bad rays to it and you just want to protect your skin. That's the only one you have. You only have one thing of skin. So pretty much this is a gist of, you know, different primers. There's so much more that I didn't mention. Maybe you know something that works for you and I didn't mention it. You know, mention it on the comments below and what kind of skin type you have. If you want to see anything else, you know, regarding skin or different makeup routines or anything, just let me know because, you know, someone came to me, you know, about this topic and here I am doing a video of it. So let me know if you like this video. Please give it a like. Remember to subscribe to my channel. And like I said, comment on what works for you. Maybe it might work for someone else if I didn't mention it, you know. If you have a suggestion on a video, let me know. You know, I'm open to suggestions. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.